Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the tarot forecast for the sign of Virgo for the month of July 2017. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. This month I'm going to use the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and I'm going to use the Animal Spirits Knowledge cards for like a message or the type of energy, animal spirit energy that you should incorporate during July 2017. Virgo, and this is going to be beginning, middle and end of the month, and it's going to be an interactive reading, so you could pick either 1, 2 or 3, or you can pick your sun, moon or rising sign. It's up to you. Plus, because I just got this deck, I'm going to use this book, so I'm sorry, and it might take me a while because I'm a bit sick. I can't use my right hand and arm. I think it's tendinitis. Kind of hurts, so I apologize. So let's begin. Pick A or B to see what some characteristics of an animal spirit that you should incorporate, Virgo, during this month of July 2017. Have you picked A or B? Okay, if you picked A, the animal that came out for you was deer. You see? I'm going to read from behind. The symbology is instinctual in energy, independence, and regeneration. Is graceful, swift, and elusive. The deer has symbolized the powers in nature that are not easily subdued. A deer's antlers, which are shed and regrown each year, are specifically associated with regeneration and renewal. So the deer is also connected with instinctual and untamed things. A deer is also a symbol that summons individuals to a calling or a journey. Okay. So these are the characteristics that you should be aware of during the month of July 2017 if you picked A, Virgo. So focus on regrowth, regeneration, independence. Maybe some of you will have to respond to your calling, or you'll have to go on a journey, connected with your calling or not necessarily. Now, if you picked B, the card that came out for you was polar bear, and I'm going to read from behind, and it says, the symbology is power, wisdom, and peace. The Inuit peoples considered the polar bear, which they called Nanook, to be powerful and wise. There's a legend of a 10-legged polar bear that renounced the violence of his 4-legged relatives and attempted to create a community based on peace and love. So focus on peace and love. Maybe there will be occasions or opportunities during the month of July 2017, Virgo, where you can respond. You can choose to respond with violence, or you can choose to respond with peace. So focus on that. Also, trust your own power, and I would say also be aware of your own wisdom, or you will be growing in wisdom during the month of July 2017, Virgo, if you picked the option B. Now let's go to the first option, or if you have the sun sign in Virgo, how will the month of July 2017 will be for you? So this is beginning, middle, and end of the month, or this could work as a single energy, manifest as a unit in terms of energy, and it could be beginning, middle, of end of the month. You get the you get a lot of fire cards. You get the Ace of Fire. You get the masculine, feminine, which is number 11, which in traditional decks is called the Page, but not in this deck. And then finally you get, for the end of the month, you get the 6 of Fire. So what does this mean for you? I'm going to have to use the book. Again, I'm sorry. The Ace of Fire, where's the Ace of Fire? 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh. So if I take a while, I'm sorry. I'm going to show you the card again. The keyword is new beginnings, initiative, action, conception, invention, creation, creativity, and procrastination. The meaning is the promise of new beginnings and opportunities. This card also represents action. It represents the power for and the necessity of taking the initiative and actively pursuing your goals. It's taking advantage of the opportunities which are presented to you. And also it tells you that now is the time for you to move and to take the first real steps towards getting things underway. And also, what else? It's time to weave your future into being and to create something new and unique. So, and also, rather than following tradition, you should do something in a different way that offers a new approach. So this could be the beginning of the month. And then Virgo, in the middle of the month, the masculine, feminine of fire, or the 11th of fire, which would be the page. But this, again, this is different in this deck. It doesn't have the traditional meanings. Let's see. So the keywords are passive aggressive, creation, distraction, action, inaction, masculine, and feminine. And the meaning is the 11 of fire is a balancing and realignment card. It symbolizes the importance of balancing our masculine and feminine energies to remind us we are a mix of both. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You should look beyond gender stereotypes in how to respond and react to day-to-day experiences. What else? So it's like you should actively try to harmonize your masculine and your feminine qualities, and not just lean on one or the other. And that would be the best way for you to take action. I don't know in which energy what type of energy you prefer. Let's say you prefer the type of energy which is feminine. So maybe you should, give more. You should be. How do you say? You should give more preponderance to the masculine energy in order to balance them out. So, but don't lean on other and forget. Don't lean on one and forget the other. Harmonize them both within you, and that is the best way for you to initiate any type of action. Okay. So, and this could be in terms of business, in terms of career, profession, in terms of even your emotional self and your emotional life. Now, at the end of the month, you have the 6 of fire. And the keywords is healing, meditation, negotiation, arbitration, truth, boundaries, support, and diplomacy. The 6 of fire represents a time of healing through mediation, negotiation, or arbitration. It's a time when communication and diplomacy is required in order to end a conflict or a dispute. So, I'm thinking maybe you take the initiative to resolve some sort of conflict, and this could be another way, and you understand that you have to balance those masculine and feminine energies within you in order to resolve it, and you need to be a bit more diplomatic, even if you let's assume that you are not. So this is also an energy of compromise. So I would read this also as like an advice. If there's some sort of conflict unresolved in your life, take the initiative, but do things in a more balanced way and to resolve this conflict, this dispute, and once and for all. Another way of reading it is, let's say that you have a business idea and you've researched all that you could, and now you want to take steps to implement it. The advice is the same. Just don't lean on one part of you, of the way that you naturally do things. Be more balanced, and if you have to reach to someone to help you out, a business partner, someone to give you a loan, use your communication skills use your diplomacy, and because that will help you. Okay, that will help you. Now we're gonna go to the option 2, or if you have the the moon in Virgo, this is the reading for you. And this is going to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. It could play out like this, or it could be like these 3 cards can manifest in one single energy throughout the month, or in the beginning, or in the middle, or end of the month. So you have in the beginning of the month, you have a major arcana card, destiny card. In the middle of the month, you have the 6 of water, which is like the 6 of cups in traditional decks. And then finally, at the end of the month, you have the thought card, another major arcana card. So this could be a monumental month for you, Virgo, or for those who pick the option 2. So we're going to start with your destiny card, which is number 16, but I don't see this as having like it's not like the Tower cards in traditional decks. I'm going to read from the book. The keywords are personal destiny, universal destiny, seeking answers, purpose, and quest. So the destiny card represents that your destiny, which is you have a universal destiny and you have a personal destiny. So your universal destiny is to become whole and connected, to find your center, to overcome all that destroys your peace, to face your fears, to let go of hurts, and to love yourself and your life with unreserved delight. Your personal destiny is to seek and follow your bliss, whatever makes you happy. Okay? So it's to find and lead a life that has meaning and purpose for you. So this card showing up now for you, in the beginning of the month, to me it tells me that you are called upon to fulfill your destiny. I would say this is the time for you to start fulfilling your destiny. If you've avoided it for a very long time, you can no longer avoid it. Okay? In the middle of the month, you have the 6 of water, and the key words are kindness, concern, sympathy, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, love, and ideals. The meaning is that the 6 of water is the epitome of kindness and concern. So it's a woman in the card, and she represents all that is good and pure within humanity, and an ideal that many strive to meet. This is the type of ideal that we as humans want to achieve. This is the type of person we want to be, all of us collectively. She is kind, but not to a fault. So she's not naive, she's not dumb, you know. She displays concern and care, but does so with a level of emotional detachment, which many times we need, it's necessary. Okay, we cannot drown in the emotions of others and forget who we are. She is sympathetic, compassionate, and giving, but not to the extent that she leaves nothing for herself. Do you understand this? There's like the minimal that she requires for herself, more than the minimal. There's stuff, you know, things and emotions and feelings that we need to give to ourselves in order to be complete and fully happy. She is understanding and aware that we all think, believe, and see life as in a unique way. She's a gentle soul and a person who overcomes all obstacles with a determination that is free of any aggression or intent to harm. So if I'm going to read these 2 cards in a different way, I'm going to read them as advice. Go forth and fulfill your destiny in a gentle but determined way, with love and compassion towards everyone and yourself. Be kind towards everyone else, but have at the same time some sort of emotional detachment which will serve to protect you. And give yourself love and kindness, because you're going to need that to fulfill your destiny. And at the end of the month, you have another major arcana card, which is thought, thinking. And okay, number 18. So the keywords is thought, reality, power, attention, focus, attraction, positivity, negativity, and universal law. And the meaning is I think, therefore I am. René Descartes is the philosopher who proposed this, and he said that if one questions one's existence, the very act of doubting and then questioning is a proof that one does indeed exist. So the key phrase is connected with Descartes is that thought creates reality, and thought is the foundation of consciousness. So thought is energy, and energy flows where attention goes. Be mindful of universal laws. Be realistic also. You could be optimistic but not pessimistic, but be realistic of reality. And good and bad go hand in hand. Change your mind and change your life. And also don't overthink or speculate. So the main thing to get from Descartes, the main message is that thought creates reality. So thought creates reality, and you should be aware of that. And you should focus, you should put your attention in your focus with loving kindness towards yourself in whatever that fulfills your destiny. It's the time you need to focus in your destiny, and you need to do it in a very kind, compassionate way, not just for others, but also towards yourself, okay? Now let's go to the next option, which is third option, or if you have the rising sign in Virgo, how will the month of July be for you? So you get the 5 of air, which is the 5 of swords in traditional decks, and then in the middle of the month you get the major arcana card. You have the crown, and then at the end of the month you have the 9 of earth or the 9 of pentacles, even though that here it has a different type of meaning. And again, I'm going to use the book. So the 5 of air, it's 199. Is there like a rock band called 199? I don't know why I thought of that. 182 something, right? If there's no rock band with the name 199, it should exist. Anyway, so this could be beginning, middle, and end of the month, or it could function as a single energy that can manifest throughout the month or at some point during the month of July 2017, Virgo. The 5 of air, the keywords are illusion, reality, separation, self-sabotage, self-deception, criticism, conditioning, and healing. The meaning is that the 5 of air represents a conflict between what is real and what is believed. It addresses a need for honesty and the courage to let go of a self-deception that is being held onto in order to hide and protect from a painful reality. Sometimes you just prefer the illusion instead of facing reality. The painful reality may be one that we choose to deny, but even so, its influence can still create this dissonance in our lives and work in a very corrosive manner that gives rise to conflicted thoughts, a desire to avoid and procrastinate, and eventual self-sabotage of our creative endeavors. So it also can manifest in a desire to withdraw and separate ourselves from those who love us. Okay, the symptoms are self-esteem and like a very nagging inner voice, very negative, and an ability to handle criticism, even if it's very good and constructive criticism. So this is how you're feeling in the beginning of the month. And there's something in your reality that might be causing you pain, and you prefer just to avoid it and deny it, pretend that it's not there, but that doesn't serve you, and that makes it even worse. In the middle of the month, you have a major arcana card, the crown, and the keywords are the feminine power, fearlessness, authenticity, individuality, independence, new purpose, freedom, and shadow self. It's like the opposite of the Five of Air. It's the direct opposite. And the meaning is the crone symbolizes a proud and mature woman, an aging woman who is no longer influenced, I would say 50s, 60s, but influenced by a need to reproduce or parental responsibilities. Maybe your kids are not no longer living at home. She may be approaching or have reached a stage in her life where her menstrual cycles have slowed or ceased, but she is no longer true to the crone archetype of old that is often depicted by Western society. The nature of the crone has evolved with the times. She is the wise woman who is like nature. She is wild, still, passionate, volatile, calm, peaceful, adaptable, and flowing, creative, and powerful, completely the opposite of the beginning of the month's energy. She is everything she chooses to be. She is a woman aware of her choices, and she's, to me, it's like you're transitioning from one part of your life to a new phase of your life, where you are mature, where you are aware of yourself, where you can be truly independent, I would say. And you don't have to care about what others feel or think. You can be true to yourself. And this is also an advice to you. Be true to yourself. Don't listen to your insecurities, your fears. Don't listen to this nagging, negative voice. And face reality. Even if it's painful, it's just better. And you have the strength, this card is also telling you, to do so. You have that strength to face it. And also this card speaks of walking your path alone and not being afraid of walking your path alone, whatever your path is. Okay, now let's go to the Nine of Earth, which is 174. The Nine of Earth. And the key words are altruism, generosity, charity, giving, receiving, selflessness, benevolence, humility, and self-love. So the meaning, like I said, is altruism, charity, and generosity. And the questions are, if you've suddenly found that your life is full of harmony, you are creative and happy at this time, abundance and true wealth surround you, material possessions are less important than they were once, yet you want for nothing and have no need or desire for more. Instead, you choose to serve a higher purpose and give to others who have less. To help others in need or to support a worthy charitable cause is the act of a generous and caring spirit. But I would say that you have to pick causes that are true to your heart. Don't listen to others and what others tell you that you should pick this one. This is a true charitable cause, and whatever other cause is not as charitable as this other one. No, you listen to yourself. You are an independent and a powerful woman. You listen to yourself. To me, it's like, if I read this energy as a whole, you, in the beginning of the month or sometime during the month, you really, there's part of your life that you don't want to face because it's too painful, and you're very negative, and you may be being you're self-sabotaging you, but then you realize, you know what, I'm independent, I can go my own way, I'm a powerful being, and I want for nothing, I have enough wealth for me, I don't have to worry about money or whatever, and I can serve others in a way that makes sense to me. It's like this is also an advice cards. This could be truly happening in your life, where you come from, inner blockage, in distress, and all of that, and then you realize, you know what, I don't need others. I'm okay with being independent. Both of these cards, these last cards, the Crone and the Nine of Earth, speak of independence, and you're okay with it. And I can live the life that I want to live, and I'm wise enough, and I don't have to listen to others. I have true power within myself. I can listen to myself, and I can devote my life to whatever the heck I want. And I don't have to answer to anyone. Finally, I don't have to answer to anyone. I think you turn it around, this negative thought, into a positive thing. Okay? And that's it, Virgo. This is the reading that I have for you. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye-bye.